Hello there, everyone. Welcome to E.T. Templar. And I was about to go to bed, and then I saw something that just triggered my nipples. It's an article. And here we go. Grand Theft Auto 5 may be banned if new bill passes. Grand Theft Auto 5 may be banned if a new bill passes. This isn't the first time the series developer Rockstar Games has attracted the attention of lawmakers and the U.S. government. But it's the first time in quite some time. The latest talking about the game rep is Marcus Evans Jr. out of Chicago, who is seeking to amend a law that dates back to 2012 and prevent certain video games from being purchased by minors. Last week, the lawmaker filed HB 3531, an amendment that wants to not just ban the sale of games featuring psychological harm and carjackings to minors, but adults as well. According to Evans, these types of games promote criminal activities, which in turn hurt the community. The bill would prohibit the sale of some of these video games that promote the activities that we're suffering from in our communities, said Evans. Adding to this, Early Walker, the founder of Operation Safe Pump, and who has worked with Evans Jr. on the bill, says G5 in particular has become an issue. I feel like this game has become a huge issue in the spectrum. When you compare the two, you see harsh similarities as it relates to these carjackings, said Walker. So basically, you have rich, entitled asshole politicians that want to ban specific video games. They want to censor your entertainment. And is Grand Theft Auto the cause for the increase in carjackings and crime in Illinois, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Los Angeles, San Diego? No, it's not video games. You know, just because you play Grand Theft Auto it's not gonna make you sling crack on the street corner, beat hookers with a bat, or steal cars. No, they're just trying to scapegoat video games for these politicians' shitty legislation. Now, Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles, San Diego, New York, and other big liberal cities, the people are taxed to death. So if you can't afford to pay rent, you can't afford to put food on the table for yourself or your family, you're going to resort to shortcuts. Crime is that shortcut. Whether it's carjacking, dealing drugs, thievery, armed robbery, threatened menacing robbery, if that's a thing, it's to survive. And it has nothing to do with video games than it does have more to do with politicians' shitty legislation, increased taxes maybe, early release of criminal prisoners. And you see, because people can't survive in these cities, they resort to crime. So the prisons get overfilled. So there's early release programs. So people in the city, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Los Angeles, San Diego, they get in the circle of crime and possibly jailment for life, because these mostly Democratic and liberal senators are running their cities like absolute shit. They have these mashed potato brains. And to them, it's just easier to try and ban video games, as if that's going to stop crime. It's about as effective as gun control laws. You know, like in Chicago, Detroit, D.C., and other places. Philadelphia is another one, where they have these outrageous gun control laws. But does it stop gun violence? Does it stop people from illegally acquiring guns? No, it does not. So again, you have this mindset of generally liberal and democratic people thinking if you ban something, it's a magical wand that will make it disappear. We've banned it, it doesn't exist. Which is really, again, a mashed potato brain way of thinking. And again, the people who say Grand Theft Auto is a bad influence on society and city, there's Netflix, there's Hulu, and there's movies, which also encourage violence against police, disorder, drug use, drug dealing, carjacking. So it's just doubly rich that these asshole elitist politicians can go after Grand Theft Auto 5 when, again, it's their own legislation, and you can't blame entertainment for the actions of people the same way you can't blame a gun or firearm for the action of a lunatic using it. So anyways, drop a like or a dislike, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, more just mashed potato brain bullshit from the finest people who are supposed to represent us in society and how things work. Now, if we just ban Grand Theft Auto, everyone, carjackings will magically stop. There will be no more hookers. There will be no more drug use or dealing just because we banned a video game. You see how retarded that looks, right? Anyways, see you next time. God bless. And fuck these people.